Alright guys, welcome back to day 4 of my reseller recap. Just for the record, you can probably tell from the fact that I've been wearing the same outfit and hairstyle and everything in all these videos that I'm filming these back to back, and this is the 4th video I'm filming and I'm getting a little exhausted, so number 5 might just get filmed on a different day. But today we are going to talk about Thredup. One of my favorite topics to talk about on this channel. I mean, at some point you just have to embrace it. Like, this is a Thredup channel. It's a reselling channel, but we certainly do have a relationship with Thredup on this channel. So for those of you who are completely new here, my name's Veronika, I'm a part-time reseller, and I sell primarily on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. I used to mostly source at the bins and at the thrift store. I still love to go there. I just have very, very limited amounts of time and opportunity to go there because I'm a solo parent. That was a change that I made at the beginning of this year. So the solo parenting and just, you know, it's just me and my kid now, and I work full time. It really makes it hard to go sourcing quite as much as I used to. So part of that, of course, informs my decision to source from Thredup a lot more in this past year. And I've bought, you know, all kinds of rescue boxes from Thredup. I shop the Thredup outlet. I shop for myself on Thredup every once in a while. So today we're going to talk about how much I spent on Thredup in 2022. And then we're going to talk about how much I made by sourcing from Thredup and also selling on Thredup in 2022. And we're going to use that to determine if this is a good relationship for me to be in. Me and Thredup. You know, are we gonna go the distance or not? So stay tuned for that. So we're going to talk about my, as I said in the intro, my expenses that I had on Thredup this year. I sourced there by buying mystery boxes. I will shop the Thredup outlet. I will shop for myself every once in a while. And then I also sell a little bit on Thredup. It's been a lot harder to do that this year, and we're going to talk about how I did that. But I also sell, obviously, a lot of items that I get in rescue boxes and such on my reseller platforms. So let's talk about all things Thredup today, and specifically let's talk numbers and see how I did this year. Let's start with the uncomfortable part. How much did I spend on Thredup in 2022? Okay, again, this includes rescue boxes. This includes any outlet sourcing I've done. And this also includes, just for simplicity's sake, any items I purchased for myself. Yes, that's not directly reseller related, but I may sell these at some point in the future. So I've included that. I didn't go through and pick out, you know, oh, these pants I bought for myself, but these I bought for reselling. It's too much work, okay? I spent a lot of money on Thredup, and if you want to just take a quick guess where that falls and put it in the comments, like pause the video and put it in the comments. How much do you think I spent on Thredup in 2022? I'll wait. You just put that in the comments. Maybe I'm premiering this video and you can put it in a chat. In 365 days. How much did Veronika spend on Thredup? It's slightly more than I spent the year before, but not as much more as you would think. So I'm kind of proud of that. So let's rip off the band-aid. I did the math. I looked at everything I spent on my various accounts. I think I have 3 accounts with Thredup at this point. One I created on accident, and one I created on purpose, one I created on accident, and then the third one I created on purpose because they would not let me do certain things on my first one. Anyway, I went through all accounts, and my total that I spent on Thredup in the year 2022 was $1,388.85. I will put it down here to call myself out. So when I saw that number and I did that math first, I was like, okay, that's more than I spent last year. I think last year I came in at 1,070 something, if I remember correctly. I haven't done a video like that previously, but I've done so much Thredup sourcing and unboxing this year that I felt like it was time to just talk about that business relationship. So for the money I spent on Thredup this year, keep in mind that I had a 100-pound box that I purchased for $200 because it was on sale, so that was good. I had a 50-pound Thredup box, which I think I purchased for $120 because that was also on sale. I think I've only bought like the bulk clothing boxes when they were on sale because I can't justify spending quite as much for them. I bought several shoe boxes. I bought a lot of mixed clothing boxes. I bought a bunch of fun boxes, which I mostly regret. And then I bought their new activewear boxes at, I think, 3 of them total this past year. I really like them. I really like them. That's probably my favorite box right now. I also tried out their scrap fabric box for the first time. That was interesting. And I don't remember if I bought a denim box this year. I may not have done that. But either way, lots of mystery boxes. Just last week I placed, or 2 weeks ago, I placed a big order for items for myself that just arrived. I haven't tried any of them on. I will have to see what fits and what doesn't. So whatever doesn't fit me or looks stupid, I'm just gonna list it and resell it because there is a profit to be made. But yeah, I sourced the Thredup outlet. I picked up lots of Nuba Tags items. Some sold well, some did not. Oh, it's an adventure for sure. So that's how much I spent. Now, how much did I make on Thredup? Now, that's going to be the interesting part. So let's just go through that together. I broke that down into 3 categories. The first one is items that I sent to Thredup and sold on Thredup. And here's the thing. I have not been able to get like a regular Thredup label in a while. I still have some old ones sitting around, but I haven't used them yet. I mostly did the thing where I used the Thredup partner label and I would get gift cards to Athleta. Nice thing about that is Athleta gift cards can be used at Gap, Banana Republic, Old Navy, and of course Athleta. And so with those gift cards, I would either go shop clothing for myself and my kid, or I would go and sell them on raise.com. Now, what I didn't do with all these numbers is take out how much I spend for ourselves versus how much I ended up selling these for on raise.com, because then it just gets very tricky and very difficult. So just in terms of what Thredup sent to me in the form of gift cards for selling on their platform, in the year 2022, that came out to a total of $435.07, which is pretty good. Again, I either sold those and then reinvested that money into my business, or I purchased items for me and my kids. So I feel like that counts as actual income, even though it's a gift card, if that makes sense. I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible. So $435, that's pretty good. And I will say some of those items were items that were just sitting in my closet for a really long time and I needed to get rid of them. I sent in a lot to Thredup right before moving to New Jersey. So I think some of that money is still coming from that because they processed the boxes in early 2022. Other items were items that I pulled out of a Thredup box, didn't want to list, and chucked right into another box to send to Thredup. I sent them a whole box of my rejects, I think from my 100-pound box. And I think just for that box alone, I got a payout in Athleta gift cards for about $20 or so. So that already knocked down my cost of goods for that box and already reimbursed me, if you will, for some of the costs on that 100-pound box. Okay, so moving on to the next category, which is items that sold on my reselling platforms. So we talked about items that I sent back to Thredup or sent to Thredup and sold on there. Now let's talk about the actual bulk of this business, which is me selling items that I sourced from Thredup and elsewhere on my reseller platforms. My battery's dying, I need to be fast. Okay, so let's just rip off the band-aid. At this point, I've told you I spend about $1,388 on Thredup, but I also already made $435 just selling items back to Thredup. On my reseller platforms, in the year 2022, I sold items worth, and this is not the sales price, this is the profit, this is what went into my bank account after fees and such and shipping. I got $2,556.74 just by selling items that I sourced from Thredup either this year or in a previous year, selling them on my reseller platforms, mostly on Poshmark, a lot of them on eBay, some on Mercari, some on Depop even. And I will just include some pictures here of some really good sales that I had. I will not go over all of them. Again, camera, voice, all of that. But yeah, so $2,556.74. So as you can imagine, we're already in the green. I am justified in my Thredup spending, and that's really why I wanted to make this video, because sometimes people kind of like look down on the Thredup unboxings and such, but listen, they're making me money. Okay, they're making me money by me selling on my platforms, which is of course the primary goal and the bulk of this whole process, but they're also making me money by being very popular YouTube videos. My best YouTube videos, with one exception, are my videos that deal with Thredup content. I'm just gonna be honest. So since my channel got monetized this year, back in May, I've actually made a little bit of money on all of my videos, but specifically my Thredup videos. So I went through, and as of last week, so mid-December, my videos that deal specifically with Thredup on my channel have made me a total of $35.93. So that's not nothing. It's not a lot, but it's not nothing, okay? That'll buy you a fun box. So I wanted to include that because I just want to be transparent with you guys. And when I talk about how much money has Thredup made me in 2022, that obviously factors into it, right? Like, how much money am I making by sharing Thredup content on my platform that is monetized? Yeah, that factors into that. So tallying it all up, I don't know if you're keeping track. So the total I made on Thredup in 2022 comes out to $3,027.74. Good bit of money. So my profit after taking out, you know, what I spent on Thredup comes out to $1,638.89. So I more than doubled the money I invested into Thredup. And let me be clear, a lot of the items that I already paid for that I got through by sourcing through Thredup are still listed in my closet and platforms. So there's more money that I will be making on these items. And then also there's a good chunk of items that I just purchased for personal use. And so, you know, I'm not even factoring those in. Obviously, I'm not getting paid for those, but I have clothing that I got on top of just making these profits. So for the purpose of this video, I just stuck to how much did I spend in a 1-year time frame and how much did I make in a 1-year time frame without necessarily looking at specific boxes that I bought this year and what has sold from these boxes. I've done videos like that in the past. I would like to make them again, but they're a lot of work, and I definitely didn't want to do it for an entire year's worth of boxes. So this is just looking at the fiscal year, how much went to Thredup, how much came back to me. So doubled my money, more than doubled my money. Very, very happy with that. I feel like that's a good result overall. Could I be spending less on Thredup? Sure. But will I stop? No, probably not, because this is a big part of my business. And to be very honest with you, if I look at the amount of money that I made on Thredup this year, and then I look at how much money I made overall this year reselling, it's a pretty good percentage, which is depressing because that means my overall sales were not that great. But we're going to talk about that in tomorrow's video, which I will likely film later on today or another day because my voice is almost gone and I just need a little bit of a break before doing all the Christmas shenanigans tomorrow because I'm filming this the day before the Christmas day. So anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. If my math is correct, this video may be coming out the same day as my Realist and Relax live. I'm not sure. But if it does, I will link it somewhere. If that's already passed, I will still link it so you can watch the replay. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you guys for the last video in this series tomorrow. Bis dann. Tschüss.